guys? Welcome back to Haptic Feedback. We got another interview tapped in today with Marsofyouth. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
You know, it's kind of dreary outside. I kind of wanted to be like sunny but not hot.
It feel good out there though.
No, it does.
It feel good.
I just, like you saw my balcony or whatever. When the sun is shining and the light hitting the leaves, it just puts me in a really good mood.
Very zen.
For sure, definitely. Yeah. So, Marsofyouth is here once again, and I think the first time I met you for real was hooping with Dave and them. Actually met you and had a conversation. Yeah. Was probably then. And then I know the first time I saw you perform was the Still Alive show, I think.
Yeah.
Question mark. I feel like that feels right. I can't remember for sure, but that sounds right. So I've known you a little bit for a while now. So it's definitely cool that we finally got to do this.
Facts.
And so today, we're here to cover an artist in addition to yourself, rank some albums, have a conversation about, some important figures.
Yeah, might get spicy.
I know, right? It's a very hot topic, honestly, in any music community. People are very...
It's a polarized conversation.
He's become polarized now. I don't feel like it was always that way,
I mean, from the beginning it was, bro. We can table that because I can go on a tangent, but yeah, from the beginning, low key was, bro.
I guess. Well, okay, I'll say he's polarizing now, even amongst his fans. I feel like before it was
the industry,
correct.
Yeah.
But now it's people kind of have this era of Drake conversation where it's like I like this one or this one or this one versus
some old Kanye shit.
Exactly, you get it. So yeah. But before we talk about that, I don't know if we formally said we're talking about Drake. We're here to rank Drake's albums today.
Yeah.
He has quite a few. Mars said he didn't have much trouble ranking them. I kind of did. I did have a hard time. I guess because I don't listen to him as frequently as I once did.
I'm a fan, so I try to be unbiased and objective, but I'm a fan, so.
Definitely. Well, my list is not.
Are we doing that now?
No.
Oh, okay.
My list is definitely not perfectly unbiased. I definitely picked some favorites over. Yeah, for sure. But if I thought something was just blatantly better, I tried not to overdo it, but opinions are opinions, and hopefully it'll be fun to get everybody to just talk about it and
hopefully we trigger some people.
Honestly,
people.
That's my
make some people
part.
Argue
that's my favorite.
Go crazy in the
part
comments,
Definitely. So you dropped a project last year.
Yeah.
Amore.
Actually, yeah. Amore is the Spanish word, and amore is Italian.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
That's why I got the little accent.
See, I failed all the foreign language classes, bro. So I'd be fucking that up. So that's on me. Amore. Thank you for it.
Yeah, a lot of people probably don't know that.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever said it out loud on social media. So.
Bet. All right. Well, I don't feel as bad then. So, you had a really, really good project rollout. As far as ones on the scene, especially that I saw last year.
Yeah.
You put a lot of thought, effort, energy into it. It was prolonged, but I mean that in a good way, where it was a lot of space between things.
Yeah.
The imagery was really nice, and I feel like the aesthetic of it was just beautiful. It was a beautiful looking project before I even heard it. Do you want to talk a bit about how the imagery for it came together?
I'm a visual person, you know what I'm saying? I guess some of my favorite artists, especially Kanye, it's always been theatrical, with what he was wearing, photo shoots, concerts, album covers. I've always been a fan of that ever since I started. So I think that's just how my mind works. But usually it just comes from being in the shower or just riding in the car, listening to the music. I just get a vision flash in my head, an idea. I feel like somebody just give it to me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, honestly. And, I try to bring it to life as best as possible. You know what I'm saying? And that was especially with the girl shaped as hearts. That was I don't know. It was an original idea. I haven't seen it before because once I had the idea, I looked it up on the internet to see how I could recreate it, but nothing came up. So I was just shit, I'm finna decide to make something shake, and it worked out. I worked with a lot of talented people. Shout out to Jay.
Definitely.
He brought that shit to life through the film, and Marco and Taylor who pulled up to be a part of it. They made it work.
And so you're saying usually you already were making the music before the imagery came into play.
Yeah, most definitely. It's usually like that comes second. Yeah, usually. But I have a lot of ideas on my table that might like fit in like a puzzle piece. But yeah, that just came like while I was working on the music.
Okay, well, that definitely makes sense. And so before you even got to that project's actual release, you released the songs before it.
Yeah.
And a nice 3-pack to kind of warm people up to it. And I remember I saw you a little after that came out, and you told me only like one of the songs was like gave a better insight into what the tape would be like versus the others. And so, how was making those songs different from the ones that actually made the tape? Like what about them made them not make the cut, I guess?
Honestly, those songs could fit because I think it was On the Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Think About Me. It was 3 songs, right?
Mm-hmm. And then the one with Ren Hayes.
That's On the Rocks. And Think About Me. I can't even remember.
Cold Feet was the other
one. Cold Feet. Honestly, all those songs could have made the project, if we being real. But I think Cold Feet was like more recent, and like it was. I feel like it was just another type of song on there that sounded similar.
Okay.
On the Rocks, it was old. Like it was really old. Like that might have been pre-pandemic, honestly, or maybe like 2020 when I made that. So it was a song I really liked. That I feel like it was like an essence of the project. And then Think About Me, I felt like it was just a little more chill than everything else. So, you know, but I'm actually a fan of all 3 of those songs. But, you know, just like coming down to projects and like trying to make them concise. You know, want to get your point across, you know, so that's how I ended up, you know what I'm saying?
Do you have, do you make music in volume? And what I mean by that is, once you had an idea for this album, did you make like a lot of songs, or did you make the songs and then the idea kind of revealed itself?
I definitely made this. The funny thing is, I was working on a project, and then like I made that project. So like I got a project that I was working on. It just, some of it, actually, like I think 1 or 2 songs ended up on Amore, but like those were the songs I was making on the way to the project that I was working on. But it's just honestly great because like that project is still a thing, but I don't think it's coming out soon. Like the next thing I'm putting out is not that. You know
okay, so it's got a ways, but it's still in the world. I guess.
Yeah, but I think that's just where I'm at now. Is just like especially like I feel like Amore, since it was songs I was making on the way to a project, a lot of it was old. You know what I'm saying? At least like 1 or 2 years old. I feel like the next thing I'm about to release is just like a fresher version of me. Like
okay.
So like, but that's why I would say like I just made a lot of songs working on a project, and then I packaged those songs into a project because they were my favorite songs that I wanted to release at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. And so, Dirty was I guess technically the first single, right?
Yeah, I almost didn't put that out.
And I was gonna ask, because it predated the tape like by like almost a calendar year, right?
Yeah.
And so, why weren't you gonna put it out? I guess we'll just start there.
When I first made it, I wasn't even gonna record it. Like I was in the studio, I heard the beat, and I came up with the hook. Shawty did me dirty. I can't lie, hurt me. It was just like so simple that I was just like, come on, bro. You can go harder. You can write better, you know. But I laid it down. And it just sounded great. And that's the funny thing about music. It doesn't have to be technically right, or like you don't have to use all your technical skills to make a great song. It was just like based off the feeling, and you know, it's one of my like best songs objectively. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, less is more sometimes for sure, because it definitely hits. And why do you feel like with it? I guess now that you've said that a lot of the songs were made older, do you feel like this will be a new habit of yours to want to release fresher music, as you put it?
Yeah, because like I feel like Amore was like, it was a personal thing. Like I wasn't thinking about the people listening to it, if I'm being honest. It was just like me working my way through myself as an artist, if that makes sense. Like trusting myself, trusting my taste, trusting my ideas, and doing it in IRL, you know what I'm saying, and like having faith behind it.
Right.
And also like getting stuff off my chest. That was like residual, like just like I low key had healed for most of it, but like I just never got my shit off.
Okay.
So I was like, let me get my shit off and like really close, like have some closure for myself. So it was just like I had to say some shit out loud, you know what I'm saying, and I could move on. And now like I'm in a space where it's just like I'm thinking about my lifestyle. Like I'm not in a negative space, you know what I'm saying. A lot of that music was in a negative space, and I was like carrying it with me because I knew the music was good. I was like, I just want to get this shit out because I've been through this, and this chapter of my life kind of just needs to be expressed. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, and I definitely think fans appreciate that kind of stuff. So you referenced Jade, and I'm sorry I forgot the other two people's names. I just know Jade, so that name stuck with me.
Yeah.
But who else would you like to like just kind of shout out who helped bring the project together? Whether it just be anybody you sent it to, your feedback loop, or whatever.
Really, the producer, his name is Rare Bear. He's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's that nigga. Like, I think he produced a song for Trippy recently, but he's nice, you know. And I've hopped on a lot of his production, so definitely him. And honestly, I didn't let a lot of people listen to that project before it came out. So, like maybe Josh. I shout out to Josh, but his feedback, he's not really like, he's like the friend to have that doesn't give a fuck about what you got going on. like I don't care if I'm like, if I get super big, he'll probably be like, he'll always be supportive,
right?
But like he won't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So he heard a lot of it before it came out, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his feedback was damn near indifferent, I guess.
Okay,
yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into at least the bottom half of your list. So there's 13 tapes total.
Damn, I want to start with the top.
But you know how it works,
yeah,
man. You gotta say the top to the end.
It's
television, sort of.
Let me look at my
Yeah. Pull it out. So you can see the bottom of my list from here. I'll put it where I want to put it. I'm gonna put it right here above my head. So the bottom half of my list, 7 through 13, I got at 7, Dark Lane demo tapes. 8, I have If You're Reading This It's Too Late. 9, Honestly Never Mind. 10, Her Loss. 11, CLB. 12, Scorpion. 13, Views.
Wow, that's cute. That's interesting.
That's interesting. What's the first thing that jumps out?
Let me make sure I got 13 on here.
All right, bet. Yeah, I think the only one you said you didn't have was Dark Lane demo tapes.
All right, let me see where I'm going to put that.
But yeah, I guess in the meantime, just to fill this space, I think the only one that I'm like a little regretful about, since I was listening to it today,
I got two that are like crazy to me. Like,
I think CLB is a little better than where I put it, but I already did it, so we're just gonna ride with it.
I would say, I think Her Loss is way too low.
But okay, for the fans, I just told him I just only heard it like twice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that as part of it. When I was listening to it, I don't know. I wasn't gonna include this one because I didn't include the one with Future, and I was like, why? Yeah. I thought one or both, but you wanted this one, so I was like, all right, let me figure it out real quick. And so I think it could have potential to grow on me if I hung out with it, but a lot of it felt like songs for the clubs or radio, and that's not typically my lane, so I think that's why I have where it's at.
Did you hear the bars though?
But that's the problem with not tapping in a few times. So you gotta catch them all.
That's what I'm saying, cause like that project, I can't remember what song it was, but it's one song.
You don't look at a track list.
Yeah.
What am I?
Her Loss. Is that the whole track list?
Oh hell no.
Middle is either middle of the ocean or.
Why is this like this?
That's probably just the songs you gotta say.
But I don't usually do that. I usually click the whole thing. All right, here we go.
Circo Loco, bro. Bars galore, bro. like bars. Like I think in that song he said I could be wrong. It's either that song or Middle of the Ocean, but I think or the one above it. But I think he said some shit like Dime stick to me like a cup holder. I never heard
that. Oh, that's
that.
so far. Damn.
I never heard that bar before, bro.
See, you just said it to me, and I just
Dime stick to me like a cup holder,
that's
bro.
Tough. That's kind of tough.
Yeah, and then like it's a lot of bars in that. Like the first, cause it's like you hear a bar and you're like, oh shit, so you're not listening to the next bars.
But they on top of each other. All right, come on, let's hear it. What's the 7 through 13?
All right, let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got Scorpion at 7. I got Views at 8. More Life at 9. Dark Lane demo tapes at 10. Certified Lover Boy at 11. Honestly, never mind at 12. Hold on, I counted that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only got 12 on my list. I'm missing a project.
It's fine. We'll figure it out. But I get the gist. All right, so I think honestly, Nevermind is cooler than niggas giving it credit. It's nice. I was appreciative of the effort to pivot from what I think we've grown accustomed to with Drake.
Yeah.
And I think I just want more of that. And so I appreciate the project from that standpoint a lot.
I like the project. It's like I like Sticky a lot. I think Tesco Green I like a lot. That might not even be the right title of the song, but it's like 2-3 songs that really stood out to me that I kept going back to, but as a whole, like it didn't really like sit with me.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I think just like if we put it in context too, it was just like we hear Drake dropping an album like the next day. Ain't no press release. We have no expectations. So like, from my experience, I immediately thought like coming off a Certified Lover Boy, he's finna be rapping his ass off.
Oh, I see. So
that might have played into my perception of the music too. But I just expected that he was just finna. I thought it was gonna be more like Her Loss. I thought he was just gonna be like, I'm coming back like with like, oh you said, oh you don't like Certified Lover Boy. I thought he was gonna be on that type of time.
Yeah, but
that's what it felt like.
Doubled down in a sense.
Yeah, low key. So like, yeah, that's why I got it right there.
Okay, for sure. And so, all right, take a look at my list one more time. And out of these tapes, which one is just like egregiously too high or egregiously too low?
If you're reading this in Her Loss, bro, if you're reading this, it's like Drake's one of this like it's in my top 5, bro.
Yeah, and I get that.
It's in my top 5, bro.
I guess we'll.
Why do you have it so low? Is it like the scandal that came with it or what?
Nah, it's not.
Okay.
I forgot that was even a thing, honestly. And I'm not one of those people who believes that. I think there's a little more to rap than. I don't think
nigga writing every single lyric.
Correct. Yeah. I think that having the ear and the ability to decipher what will work for you is a talent in itself.
Yeah. And
so I don't really hold that against people. Like if I were to make a most talented lyricist list, maybe that would factor into that. But as far as like, if the album's good, I'm good.
Yeah, like, and then he's just like, you got to carry that stick with everybody if that's your thing, cause.
Correct.
Come on, we don't even gotta talk about it.
Yeah, I think I don't like that angle for people, so it is what it is.
But what was the reason you had it solo?
Oh, right. So I think for me, I just liked it so much better when I heard it before. I guess in like what year did that come out? I'm kind of old, bro.
I might have been 2015. I was still in high school when that came out.
Yeah, I was too. Let me see if I can type it in real quick. I just want to make sure. Or
2016.
I'm right.
Something like that.
Just bear with me. 2015. Okay, so I was graduating high school. Like, it was cool. It was a great time.
Oh, you don't remember? That was a surprise tape too. Like we woke up to that. Like I was getting on the bus, like new Drake. Like what the fuck?
I just don't like these songs anymore. Like honestly, when I hear it, it reminds me of high school, and that in itself is like has some value. But when I just scroll through the songs like individually, and they don't really these songs don't really feed each other like a lot of like Drake songs do, like one into the other. And so it's not like, I don't think it's bad. I just think it feels more like a mixtape. And like, if it's gonna be a mixtape, I would like to like more of the songs individually. But I feel like a lot of them now, like, I can't get with them. I don't know. I think I don't care for the production on a lot of this tape. and so it just kind of fell by the wayside, and I don't really find myself going back to it.
Okay. I mean, I feel like this was like, I'm trying to think what project was this after. Was this after Nothing Was the Same?
Nothing Was the Same was 2013 for sure.
Yeah, so it was after that. I don't think Views was before that.
I don't know.
Or maybe it came after Views, but it was just like high energy Drake. Like, I'm getting my shit off Drake.
Yeah.
Talking my shit Drake. A lot of catchy music, a lot of catchy hooks.
Yeah, Views was 2016.
Yeah, so like it came right before that. It was a surprise. And then like even the songwriting, like Jungle's on there. Like, I don't know, like I think like objectively, like especially like in today's era, like where people don't care too much about lyrics and bars, like I think it's like a perfect project for like vibes,
right,
and raps and energy. So like that's why it's in my top 5.
Okay, no, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, well, I guess we'll give y'all the rest in a sec. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more with Mars about a few other things. I know we both like basketball. Your Instagram is littered with your random food exploits, so we'll talk about that a bit, and we'll see y'all in a second.
All right, that's it. Back.
He don't go get cash, he's sitting with. He don't go get cash, he's sitting with. That boy look like that, like it's okay. Boy, that's not okay. When I get the cash, won't hit the hay. Hey, put me in the back of the did it on minimum wage. Did it on minimum wage. It been so fast, cause I know I got limited days. You know I got limited days. Getting away with this cash, I might spit in your face.
3, 2, 1, boom. All right, so we're back from our break. Got some water, got to make sure everything was straight. I miscounted. There are 12, not 13. So when you look at it, it'll say 12, but I said 13. So
real Drake fan over here knew it was only 12 projects.
Mars got me right. He got me right. All right, so checking back in with you and like your process, especially since you said a lot of these songs were like personal. They were your actual life. You know, you just getting stuff off. What does that turnaround time look like for you as far as like when you feel things in life, when you go through things, and how soon they hit the page? Do you like write to get immediately over it, or is it more of a, you know, sit with my life and then process it, or is it not like even that thoughtful?
It can be thoughtful, it can be unintentional. I never try to write about a specific, you know, thing that happened. Yeah. A lot of times like songs just happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I look back like, yo, you got some shit off. But I always say like, it's random. You know, like certain instrumentals, some music is just gonna pull it out of you. But I say like when it was like dark for me and depressed, like all my music was depressed. But like now, like with a clear head and stuff, like I'm just always rapping my lifestyle. So like now it comes out. Sometimes it comes out more potent and more specific. Sometimes like something I went through, like I haven't processed it yet, or like I'm ignoring it.
Okay.
So it's really how I'm handling the actual thing in real life, if it comes out in the music or not.
Right.
Like if I sat down and analyzed the situation, then it's more likely that it's in the music. But if something happened, I'm just like, I'm not trying to deal with this right now. I'm just trying to move forward. It might come out later. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely like some situations that I put on the back burner, like just for my own present moment's sake.
Right.
That like I started a process later in life, and I was like, oh, I can talk about this now. So it just depends on like what it is specifically.
Okay, no, that makes perfect sense. And so you and me share a love for basketball.
No cap.
Like I said before, we met playing basketball, so that was an early like piece of connection for us. And so we're at the time of this, we're in the middle of the playoffs. The Suns and the Nuggets are about to start their series. Before we talk about that specifically, what is your take on the playoffs right now, and what has stood out as far as like maybe teams that are doing better than you thought they would or worse?
Jimmy Butler, bro.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler. There. I'm not gonna lie, like I wasn't even gonna really watch the series, bro. If I'm being honest.
For real.
Like
didn't think it was gonna be necessary. I thought
I wasn't really gonna watch the series, but like, yo, like I respect him already, but like, yo, like I think he gotta move up. Like he never. I don't do people even consider him top 10 player in the NBA?
I did a list before the year started. I didn't have him in there.
playoff Jimmy different, bro. Like,
And
he's doing it on one of the best defensive players in the league, Drew Holiday. And you seen when he was talking shit, they were down like 6 points in the fourth.
Yeah, he don't care.
And like, yeah, my respect level for him has like risen tremendously. They definitely surprised me. Really him specifically, but yeah.
Especially
Crazy.
when you're a guy like Jimmy Butler who has slowly seen his regular season stats decline, people's natural inclination is to say, "Oh, he's aging out of being that guy or whatever." But it's been like multiple postseasons of this now.
And then like they lost to the Hawks in the play-in.
Right.
And so it's just like, and throughout the season they weren't like looking sharp. So it's just like
It just made sense.
Yeah, and then like we see them lose last year. Well, they got bounced in the first round last year, right? Or second round,
something like that.
Yeah, it was early, kind of. And then like we seen how they looked against the Lakers in the finals. So it's just like my expectations for them weren't that high, but to see him elevate, specifically his jump shot, just get better from 3-point.
He just decided he could shoot.
Yeah, it was just like crazy, and the type of shots he was hitting were just like tough. So like, yeah,
I definitely think it being on the Bucks.
I want to see him in the finals, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I feel like he's just, even if they lose, he's gonna go crazy. Like, I want to see that.
He is, but I don't want to have to watch the terrible shooting happen around him just for like the sake of watching good basketball in the finals. Yeah. If he's not on, they're very, very difficult to watch.
Yeah.
And so, what else you got? Who else you?
The Kings. They played a great game last night. Yep. I watched that game. So the Kings, Malik Monk. Shout out Malik Monk, bro.
Real resurgence.
Woo!
He's really showing his value on this team.
Yeah. It's that Laker energy still on him. You know what I'm saying?
Who gonna win though?
That series? Yeah.
They'll already know who's right or not, but
it's in Sacramento, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the Kings, bro.
Whoa!
I'm giving them the edge. I think that's who I hope to win, just because I like seeing the underdog win. I think they can do it for real. Like, I think they got a 40% chance of doing it.
I think they've proven out that they can definitely beat them and that they're not afraid of them, which is most important when you're like a young team. Because for me, not that anybody on the Kings is anybody on this team about to say, so please don't give me a hard time. But like, you remember when the Lakers first played the Thunder and the Thunder were playing them, and even though the
Thunder,
talking
about with Kobe?
Yeah. Even though the Thunder lost that series,
you could
KD
tell.
and Westbrook were like, we are here now. Like, we're not afraid we belong in this position. I feel like the Kings are at the very least proving that like the moment's not too big for them.
Fox,
and
I think that's important. Like when you got Fox and Monk, I won't say the leaders of the team, but like, I mean, definitely
they're
Fox.
The heartbeat for sure.
Yeah, Fox definitely the leader, but Monk, he coming off the bench and doing all that. When you got people who are like presently showing you like we're here and we getting buckets,
right?
Other than like sometimes you'll see players like even great players, they don't see him as dialed in. You know what I'm saying? They're not like really attacking the moment. When you see that and it just like inspire the rest of the team, then you know like, okay, they can hard it out. You know what I'm saying? And they already won 3 games and they won game 6 on the road.
Which they needed for their confidence.
Yeah, so it's just like, they definitely got it in them.
Definitely, for sure. Only thing I'm worried about is how this Western Conference is going to shake out. I feel like the Suns and the Lakers is the right 2 teams, but they're just so weird.
I'm a Laker fan, but like, even though I'm seeing them they beat the Grizzlies, they blew them out last night.
Nah, they
but
beat them, baby.
It's still like, I don't know, bro. They still iffy to me, bro. And maybe because like I've just seen watch them so much, like my faith is not extremely high.
Right.
But I'm a Laker fan. I'd love to see them come out the West, but
I think. Well, I already think LeBron's the GOAT personally, but I feel like one more would be like, come on.
Yeah, like 5. He only got 1 less than MJ, and then all the other shit he did. But come on, bro.
Yeah. Like, definitely.
Yeah, come on.
All right, so every time I see you post, you're eating pasta, bro. And it's not like a bad thing or nothing, but I just be like, damn, bro. Where did that start? Has that always been something like your favorite food? Is that your favorite food officially, I guess? And then also, like, when did you start eating it at this volume?
Man. I think it was kind of random, but like my favorite food, I had to say it's like crab legs.
Okay.
Like seafood, I love seafood. But I love shrimp too, so like pasta be having the shrimp, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Scampi, you know what I'm saying? But I just think like it's a lot of dope restaurants out here that serve good pasta. So I think once how I am, when it comes to food, I spam. So it's like before I had the pasta wave, I had the Thai wave. Like I was eating Thai just like for months. Every time I went to go get something to eat, I was eating Penang curry like every single time. So that's how I am. Like once I find something new I like spamming it out until like I'm tired of it. So,
okay, and then move on to something
yeah,
else.
but then like I'm also a wine guy, so the wine go great with the pasta.
Naturally.
And then like, you know, you taking a young lady out to eat pasta, like it's like elegant, you know, get some wine for you and her. It's just a vibe. So like, you know, it's just always a vibe and it's always good, you know. So
No,
it's hard to do pasta like terrible, you know.
True, even if it's not like amazing, it's hard to have bad.
Yeah. So yeah.
Which pasta wine combo is your favorite?
That's a great. I haven't found the perfect combo. Like I got my favorites of each.
Okay.
You know, but favorite pasta.
Yeah, put the people on where they need to go.
Marco Pasta is great. That's the one restaurant I can stand behind. Because it's like the Subway of pasta. Like
okay.
You choose your noodle, you choose your sauce, and then you choose like the meat. So like if your combination come out whack, it's like you might just have poor taste.
Yeah.
So Marco Pasta is definitely up there. The one at Ponce is really good. I think it's like Bellina. It's another word after it, but the one at Ponce is really good. The Scampi, the Georgia Scampi, shrimp Scampi over there. Some of the best Scampi I had. It's like green noodles, like really fresh, like bright and tasty. You know what I'm saying? But favorite wine, like I'm like a grocery wine connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like when I'm at the restaurant, I always ask like what they suggest I should get with the pasta, and I just get whatever that is. But I'm trying to get into like knowing. Like what I need to know.
For real,
yeah, but like what I would say though, like I went to a wine bar to do that, and like the servers didn't know what they were serving me. They were just like, so I need to go somewhere where like the servers know, like, okay, this is from here, this is this type of lightness and taste and blah blah blah. But the best wine I've had was at Nobu. Nobu.
Okay.
It was like for my friend's birthday in New York. His name Davis, and we had ordered a bottle of rosé, bro. It was like the best wine I had. It was like, you know how like you drink like some red wine, and like the taste is kind of heavy and it lingers around.
Yeah.
It was like the rosé was like tender. You know what I'm saying? It was like as soon as you tasted it, like the taste evaporated. Damn, and like you know how like different. If you get some like Sutter Home, bro, like trash. I'm not saying Sutter Home was trash. But like that's like the first one like anybody tries like $5, bro, definitely. At the gas station.
Yeah, exactly.
$5 at the gas station. It's gonna give you a headache. Like the tipsy is not gonna feel the best. Like you might get a stomach ache. That tipsy was like it wasn't even there. It was just like my mood just got better. But I didn't feel nothing in my face.
Right.
Like I didn't have
like
alcohol.
The physical effects.
Yeah, I didn't have no physical effect, and I was just like, yo. I was like, that's when I was like, okay, I really need to know what I'm drinking because it's an actual difference. Like the taste from each wine, other than like red, rosé, and white, you can obviously like be like, oh, this tastes different. But like if you like within the same blend, like the taste is not like, oh, this tastes so much better. Like it all has the same like similar taste and stuff, but the feel and the type of experience and like what it goes with your dish, that's what's different. And so that's what I want to tap into. But that rosé and at Nobu. Best wine I ever had.
That's fine. I actually just had red wine for the first time like a week or two ago, and it was some Sutter Home shit because I had to start at the bottom, you said, and work my way up.
Respect.
So I had it, and I was like, bro, this shit tastes like a cough drop.
Well, you know what type of red wine it was?
It was sweet red.
I didn't like
it, bro. That shit was nasty.
I'm gonna put you on something like, you can get from the grocery store too. It's called Menage a Trois.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Sweet red. I'm gonna send you a picture, but like everybody try that. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Like,
okay, bet. Cause I was about to be like, yeah, I'm anti red wine, cause that shit was terrible. That shit was terrible. Do you like to cook at all? Like, I mean, most people who like to go out and eat also on some level don't mind cooking at home.
Yeah, I like to cook. Like recently, I haven't had as much time, but I like cooking pasta. Like I like learning a new recipe, cooking it, and seeing if I do it good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. If you tend to like make stuff up or like follow a recipe.
I like following a recipe, man.
Same.
I need to know my food gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying this money. I'm buying all these ingredients. I'm
That's
not finna freestyle.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experimentation in my food for real.
What you be cooking, bro?
What do I be cooking? So I actually don't eat dairy. That's why I don't really do like pastas and stuff anymore. Because without cheese, it just
and you need the whipping cream too for the sauce.
It just don't. Yeah. It ain't even the same. I'll eat like spaghetti with like a plant-based meat, and that's fine. But like as far as like actual things I cook that I like to eat, I like fish. Anything with fish. Salmon, mashed potatoes with red potatoes though, and like whatever green beans, asparagus.
I'm an asparagus guy. I get asparagus.
I'll get down with any of that, and then I really like to make like breakfast food. I make really really good French toast.
Yeah, I never liked French toast growing up.
That's tough.
Yeah, cause you gotta put eggs on the bread and shit. I'm like, bro, what eggs on bread, bro? What are we doing, bro? Eggs on the bread, but
bro, it's amazing.
Just give me some pancakes, bro.
Eggs
on the side.
That's fair. That's fair, I guess. I mean, I don't know. French toast is amazing. So I really like making breakfast food, especially because I feel like I didn't realize how much things have milk and cheese until it was time for me to stop eating it.
Yeah. And
it just really wiped a lot of things from my options, honestly.
So do you eat eggs?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So I don't eat, they don't care, but I don't eat dairy, not because I don't want to, but just because it doesn't make me feel good.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So eggs don't make me feel bad, so I eat those. But if I could go eat a bowl of ice cream right now, I would. Like, I don't have no type of, like, moral disdain for those. Like, I just can't.
Yeah.
All right, people. So we got the top half of the list, and you can see it now. Wanted to get the live reaction. So this is how I have the top. What is it? 6.
Yeah, you put So Far Gone twice.
Yeah. Okay. So this is actually the top 5.
Damn.
All right. So the
I respect most of it, but
yeah, I know it's that one. It's always that one. All right. So the list reads: Take Care first. So Far Gone second. Thank Me Later third. More Life in a surprise 4th spot, and then Nothing Was the Same at 5. So before y'all come for me, oh my God, Devontae, Nothing Was the Same at 5? How could you do that? Well, I listen to it a lot still. I just like the other ones better. I don't know. I've grown into More Life recently. Now, Nothing Was the Same is a better album than More Life. Cool, fine, whatever. Okay. But as far as like just what I revisit and like how I've come to appreciate More Life right now in a different way than I did when I was listening to it before, I'm just enjoying listening to it more than I am Nothing Was the Same.
Can you name 5 songs of More Life that you really like a lot?
That I like a lot?
Yeah, that you revisit.
I don't know if I can name 5 off Nothing Was the Same. Like I'm more of a top to bottom guy personally.
I feel that. I'm the same way.
But I don't. No.
Don't force yourself to do it.
No, I wanna show at least a couple.
Yeah, I just want to know because it's like a handful of songs I'll come back to, so I just want to know like what
the overlap is. All right, let's see. So I really like. What's the one? What do I go to the most? Teenage Fever is really cool.
Yeah.
Sacrifices is a classic. I feel like. Passion Fruit is like.
Of course.
Yeah, it's
it's Passion Fruit.
You get it. So, and then I feel like
Can't Have Everything. I come back to that a lot.
Can't Have Everything is cool. I don't like Fake Love as much now, but I still like what it was as a single, I guess, for a project that wasn't a project.
Yeah.
So I would say probably those.
Fake Love is pretty good though.
No, it's a really good song.
I forgot it was on there because it was a single first.
Mm-hmm. So what we got in your top 5 or however many? Since we miscounted earlier, I kind of fucked that up.
Number 1, we agree.
Okay.
Take Care. Number 2, I have Nothing Was the Same.
Which is probably the right answer, if I'm being honest.
And honestly, I think I could see people putting Nothing Was the Same on top because it's concise. I think at the most, I think it has 15 or like 10 or 12 songs.
Something like that.
Yes. So like, and then like, it's no skips on that shit at all. I think Take Care has just a little more cultural relevance, but I think Nothing Was the Same, like objectively, maybe better. But like, Take Care, that's what I'm riding with. And 3 we have If You're Reading This It's Too Late. 4 we have Thank Me Later. And 5 we have Her Loss.
Okay.
Her Loss cracked the top 5.
Yeah, because it's Barzy.
Yeah. And it's just like, bro, like, he's like 35, 36.
Oh, yeah.
He was able to tap into like the young sound without sounding like a old nigga doing it, bro.
I've never thought of that. I will now from now on give Drake credit for that. Drake doesn't feel
like,
as old as he is.
It didn't sound like, oh, he's trying to hop on a new wave, but it was a new wave sound. Like,
yeah.
Jumbotron and like, yeah, bro, like, yeah.
Damn, Drake does not feel old. That's fair. Yeah. I'll give you that.
But it was also still mixed in with the bars, bro. Like,
I think that's what I gotta listen to it again,
bro. You gotta hear the bars, bro. Yeah. He was talking like, bro.
So tell me why Take Care. And I know what I think about Take Care, but what is it about it that makes it the one?
Man, I think it's probably like the perfect blend of R&B and rap, bro.
Yes, sir.
Starts off with Over My Dead Body.
That's such a great
beautiful intro. The vocal performance, I don't know who's featured on it or the sample, but that sample setting a tone, and then he just like calmly raps about his great life.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
It's very like a modest expression for some boastful shit.
But and just like facing all that he did, like coming off Thank Me Later, like where he felt that he ain't perform as like he wanted to.
Right.
It was just, you know, great. And then to still have like the upbeat songs like the one with Nicki, he had the model on there. So and then like the rap records like Laura Knows
and
The Ride, Underground Kings. Yeah. So like he's giving you the perfect blend. And Cameras. Come on, bro. Like we don't even have to talk about this project, bro.
That's
like,
the one.
And then like I feel like this kind of shifted hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, definitely.
Saw a lot of people copy. We already seen people copy him with it, but it just got like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like, with the Marvin's Room sound and just like that world, it was just like he put down his 2 feet. It was just like, yeah, I'm that nigga.
Right, and I think exactly that. I think it's the moment when we knew, oh, Drake is gonna be a great, like for sure. Whether you liked him a lot with So Far Gone and Thank Me Later, cool. But you knew after Take Care that like Drake is here to stay. He's gonna leave like a massive imprint, and I think that's why I like it the best. Along with
Marvin's Room was a single, bro.
Yeah,
it was the single. Like
Take Care is amazing. Like this song, for it to have 20 tracks, like 10 of them are hits.
Hell yeah, fucking right, bro.
There's like 10 hits on here. Like not even like kind of hits, but like for real hits.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
And it also just like, if I'm getting biased, it's like where I was in life. Like, I was in middle school, but I was trying to make.
I think I was too. How old are you?
I'm young forever.
I'm 26. So we were middle school.
I was trying to keep that off the record to be mysterious.
Oh my bad. You got I'll bleep it out.
I'm young forever. Like so, like where that bleep is, but I'm gonna be like I'm young forever. So
all right, bet.
Yeah. But
I put So Far Gone so high just because I feel like it was his coming out party. It was a mixtape that did like really well in a way that mixtapes don't always do, like commercially.
Yeah.
And same with Take Care. I was just really young and impressionable, and I feel like this kind of gave me a nice harsh shift in my music taste palette, because I was very much like a very rapidy rap liking ass nigga before.
Yeah.
That, and so I feel like So Far Gone kind of like opened me up to like different.
It's alternative music on there, bro.
Yeah.
Like even like the singers he had on there, like rock singers on there. Bro.
Exactly. So I feel like just that change that it had for me was like a reason enough to include it so high. Yeah. Even though like I agree with you that Nothing Was the Same is probably, if not, you know, one of the better tapes. It's definitely better than.
Yeah, I don't mind So Far Gone being in top 5, bro. Cause he still had the raps like the Calm,
Uptown's my shit.
Uptown,
Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations. Then what's the song he did to Say Was Real on the Kanye?
With the what's that song called? What's the real song called?
I forgot, but I know it's off 808s. I think it's like She Will. Or something.
Yeah, we know what the song is.
But yeah, so it's just high level expression and high level difference, bro. Like at that time, like we didn't hear nothing like that before.
Facts.
So
Definitely.
It was just like extreme, radical, creative shift with high level rapping and songwriting. So it was just like, yeah.
Exactly.
It's my 6, but it deserves. I respect it being in the top 5.
For sure. Damn. So how do you feel about, just for a second, what do you think Drake has added, at least to your own personal like music taste and stuff? Because like you say, you came across some young similar to me.
Just like appreciating melody way more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and making it cool. Like, it was like, for me, like, I came, like, had been out, right. But like, I was young as hell when he dropped like some of his most pivotal shit. So I wasn't extremely hip until like I went back and went through his catalog. But Drake definitely bought like the free expression, vulnerability, and then like the melody, and mixing it and making it hip hop and making it cool, and then not feeling like corny. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't only bring that to me; he really brought it to like everybody that came after him. But like, yeah, and I just think his mindedness too, just like being willing to try everything, like any genre. He definitely influenced me to do that as well.
For sure. Well, we're giving Drake some love. Don't beat me up about nothing was the same. I'm sorry, guys. That's it pretty much. I know you spoke a little bit about building up to something else. Are you talking about that yet? Anything you care to share?
Yeah, I got a project coming out soon. You know. So yeah, I got a single coming out next month.
Okay.
I shot a video for it like last week.
April 29th.
It's coming out, coming out in May. So yeah, and I got a lot of cool shit coming up. That's all I can say. There's a lot of cool things to look forward to. So I'm grateful.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm grateful you were willing to come through. It was long overdue for sure.
No cap.
And I appreciate you, bro. And we'll definitely be up soon. Watch a game or something.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
For sure. All right, y'all be easy. That was another Haptic Feedback interview. Marsofyouth. Make sure you tap in. There'll be links to all his stuff in the bottom, so we're not going to make him spell it out. I don't know why people still do that.
I don't know, bro. Like,
I'm guilty because I was doing that too. And then when I was like doing some self-scouting and like looking at it, I was like, it's all right there. Bro.
Yeah, like everybody put spaces in between my name. It's like, it's never been a space.
Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all be easy. Thank y'all.
Gang.